Moses Itauma has now been ordered to face off against Kubrat Pulev, who recently had a fight over Mahmoud Char that happened, a victory he had. And he's fighting out of Bulgaria. This guy's 44 years old, 32-3, stopped twice. Similar height to Moses Itauma, he's 6'4". Moses Itauma, I think, is around 6'3". And it's gonna be an interesting matchup, but a lot of people don't like this fight. They think that the Frank Sanchez fight that Itauma was lined up for would be a better fight, more interesting. A guy who's closer to his prime, who's not past his best years. But with Pulev, he's put himself in this position by fighting who's in front of him. What I would say is he's lost all his toughest fights. His best opponents that he's faced, he's lost to all those guys. The fights he's had recently haven't been really competitive. I mean, he's had one-sided victories, a lot of UDs. He had a close loss to Chisora, but that was in 2022 where he won over Jerry Forrest. It's probably his best victory so far. I know Rodell, he's fought a lot of other guys, but probably, the Chisora win he had, the previous win was like 2016. So recently, probably Jerry Forrest, the best win he has. But the WBA is ordering this fight. They were looking at making Michael Hunter, that fight with Pulev happen, and they had a couple of other options. I think Wardley was looked at as being someone who could fight either guy. But with Moses Itauma, he's now being linked with Pulev, and they're ordering him to fight this guy, which would be a good fight. But with Moses Itauma, is he going to be ready by the time he fights for a championship? Because the opponents he's facing right now, he's definitely blasting through a lot of these guys like Dillian White. But is he going to be prepared enough to actually face off against a guy like Pulev, or even the guys past that? Because they're kind of expediting this process a little fast. He looks like he's moving faster than Wardley. And I know Wardley had that rematch with Clark, but man, talking about 13-0, 11 knockouts. It's a lot of guys that's being overlooked right now. You would think that Parker would be in a fight like this instead of Moses Itauma, but we know that Parker already has an interim belt. But they said, should the purse bids be required, Itauma fighting before the end of the year is unlikely. Yeah, I definitely don't see this fight happening in December or nothing like that. This is a fight that possibly could happen early next year. But they're saying that a 30-day negotiation period will begin today with the two sides granted until November 14th. So they're giving these guys 4 weeks to get these fights done, and it definitely makes sense. But I just don't like how fast things are moving for the young heavyweight. It seems like he's getting past a lot of opponents that could give him some issues more than the guys he's already faced. I don't know, is it calculated moving, or, I mean, he's going through the rankings and going through the process the way he's supposed to. Other guys are doing the same thing. So it's not like it's not something that's different going on, as we've seen from Fabio Wardley and a couple of other guys. But with Parker, is he going to get the opportunity to move on? Because the WBC did not receive contracts from Pulev or Hunter, and Hunter decided to engage in a different bout than the one subject to the award. Pulev is no longer required to fight Hunter to retain his WBA title. The WBA relieves Pulev of any obligation to engage in a title defense bout with Hunter and rescinds the Pulev and Hunter bid award. So that fight's no longer happening because Hunter was looking towards another fight, I guess, when he was already engaging with the Miller fight, the Jarrell Miller versus Michael Hunter fight that would have happened on September 11th. It's a lot of things going on around Michael Hunter that at this point, I don't even know if I want to try to figure out, because from Dunn King to the WBA, and it's a lot of moves going around him. But with Moses Itauma, this is a good matchup, though. Doesn't have any other options out there that I've heard of. I haven't heard any names get thrown out there as far as heavyweights. I heard Bacoli, but it looks like Bacoli is going another direction. They was even bringing his name up with Joshua recently, which I don't think that's going to be a fight that actually happens. But it possibly could. Who knows? But coming back into a fight with Bacoli. I don't know if Joshua will do that, but we'll see, man. It's an interesting turnout right now with the WBA now making this fight between Pulev and Moses Itauma officially mandated. And this is kind of weird because they said that the fight can't be agreed without purse bids. It's unlikely to fight on December 13th if the fight can't be agreed on purse bids. So we'll see. That's all I got. Like and subscribe.